Hello, and welcome back to Edible Paper, a podcast by me, your host, Paper Izzy. And today I'm going to read more of the Bible. A little short story before we start. I had actually laid my Bible on the ground while I was cleaning or whatever. And while I was picking it up, I was just thinking back to like my Christian days and how that would have been like such a big deal for me back then. Be like, oh my God, I can't believe I put the Bible on the ground. It's a holy book. It doesn't belong on the ground. I would have been so upset because, I always heard people talk and preach about, like, someone put their shoes next to the Bible and it was disrespectful and they put it underneath other books. So I was like, made sure it was like on the top of all other books and all over other things. Like, it was just the top book. It wasn't on the floor. It was highly respected and revered. So it's funny to think about that. I literally just like threw it on the floor. I threw it on the ground. So the point of this podcast is basically I take a Delta 9 gummy and I talk about things. And like I said, today's thing is the Bible again. Although I guess now for this episode, maybe it should be liquid paper instead of edible paper, or maybe drinkable paper. Anyways, I had a Delta 9 soda. Very good. It was called Dr. Cantrip, I think. It's supposed to taste like a Dr. Pepper. It's like clear though, because there's no dyes or whatever, so that's interesting. But it tastes a lot like Dr. Pepper. It gives a Alka-Seltzer a little bit, but only the tiniest little bit. And it's really powerful. Like, this is intense. So let's get started on the Bible, shall we? This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun, I can tell. Okay, let me get a sip of drink. Genesis 18:1. And the Lord appeared unto him in the plains of Mamre, and he sat in the tent door in the heat of the day. And he lifted up his eyes and looked, and lo, 3 men stood by him. When he saw them, he ran to meet them from the tent door, and bowed himself toward the ground, and said, My Lord, if now I have found favor in thy sight, pass not away, I pray thee, from thy servant. Let a little water, I pray you, be fetched, and wash your feet, and rest yourselves under the tree. And I will fetch a morsel of bread, and comfort ye your hearts. After that ye shall pass on, for therefore are ye come to your servant. And they said, So do as thou hast said. I just had to sneeze, and it got stuck. I hate that. Verse 6. And Abraham hastened into the tent unto Sarah, and said, Make ready quickly 3 measures of fine meal, knead it, and make cakes upon the hearth. And Adam ran into the herd, and fetched a calf, tender and good, and gave it unto a young man, and he hasted to dress it. And he took butter and milk, and the calf which he had dressed, and set it before them, and he stood by them under the tree, and they did eat. They had butter in the Bible. In biblical times, there was butter. That's crazy. Paula Deen must be shook. Verse 9. And they said unto him, Where is Sarah thy wife? And he said, Behold, in the tent. And he said, I will certainly return unto thee according to the time of life. And lo, Sarah thy wife shall have a son. And Sarah heard it in the tent door which was behind him. Now Abraham and Sarah were old and well stricken in age, and it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of women. I guess that means she was, uh, dried up. Oh, God. I don't know. Ew, she was unable to have children because she was old. Therefore Sarah laughed within herself, saying, After I am waxed old, shall I have pleasure, my Lord being old also? I guess by my Lord she means Abraham, which is weird. Shall I have pleasure? I hope you have no pleasure when you're old. That's like, I know a lot of old people do. Like, that's why there's like a lot of STDs in nursing homes. Verse 13. And the Lord said unto Abraham, Wherefore did Sarah laugh, saying, Shall I of surety bear a child which am old? What? Shall I of a surety bear a child which am old? Okay. Is there anything too hard for the Lord? At the time appointed I will return unto thee according to the time of life, and Sarah shall have a son. Then Sarah denied, saying, I laughed not, for she was afraid. And he said, Nay, but thou didst laugh. And the men rose up from thence, and looked towards Sodom, and Abraham went with them to bring them on the way. And the Lord said, Shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do? What is that supposed to mean? The thing that I do, I gotta hide it from Abraham. Oh my. Seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him. For I know that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Lord to do justice and judgment, that the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he hath spoken of him. And the Lord said, because of the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it which is come unto me, and if not, I will know. And the men turned their faces from hence and went toward Sodom, but Abraham stood yet before the Lord. And Abraham drew near and said, wilt thou destroy the righteous with the wicked? Peradventure there be per peradventure there be 50 righteous within the city. Wilt thou destroy and not spare the place for the 50 righteous that are therein? That be far from thee to do after this manner, to slay the righteous with the wicked, and that the righteous should be as the wicked. That be far from thee. Shall not the judge of all earth do right? No one mourns the wicked. Oh, that's Alphabet says hi. Oh, and the Lord said, if I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare the place for their sakes. By the way, I'm really excited that we're at Sodom and Gomorrah. Like, I've been really looking forward to this. I've had the Dorian Electra song stuck in my head. Sodom, Gomorrah, give me some more. Let's get freaky like they did. And so I was really excited for this, and so I'm really excited. And let's get back to it because it's exciting. Oh God. Verse 27. And Abraham answered and said, behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord, which am but dust and ashes. Peradventure there shall lack 5 of the 50 righteous. Wilt thou destroy all the city for lack of 5? And he said, if I find there 40 and 5, I will not destroy it. And he spake unto him yet again, and said, peradventure there shall be 40 found there. And he said, I will not do it for 40's sake. And he said unto him, O let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak. Peradventure there shall 30 be found there. And he said, I will not do it if I find 30 there. And he said, behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord. Peradventure there shall be 20 found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 20's sake. And he said, O let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak yet but this once. Peradventure 10 shall be found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 10's sake. And the Lord went his way as soon as he had left communing with Abraham, and Abraham returned unto his place. Chapter 19. And there came 2 angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom, and Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. And he said, behold now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early, and go on your ways. And they said, nay, but we will abide in the street all night. And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him, and entered into his house. And he made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. I got another stuck sneeze. I'm going to kill myself. Oh my God. Verse 4. But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young, all the people from every quarter. And they called unto Lot, and said unto him, where are the men which came in to thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. And Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him, and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Behold, now I have 2 daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing. For therefore came they under the shadow of my roof. And they said, stand back. And they said again, this one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs be a judge. Now will we deal worse with thee than with them. And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. But the men put forth their hand, and pulled Lot into the house to them, and shut to the door. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door. And the men said unto Lot, hast thou here any besides, son-in-law, and thy sons, and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place. For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxen great before the face of the Lord, and the Lord hath sent us to destroy it. And Lot went out and spake unto his sons in law, which married his daughters, and said, Up, get you out of this place, for the Lord will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons in law. And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. Verse 16. And while he lingered, the men laid upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his 2 daughters, the Lord being merciful unto him. And they brought him forth, and set him without the city. And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, Escape for thy life, look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain, escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. And Lot said unto them, O not so, my lord. Behold, now thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast showed unto me in saving my life. And I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me and I die. Behold, now this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. O let me escape thither, is it not a little one? And my soul shall live. And he said unto him, See, I have accepted thee concerning this thing also, that I will not overthrow this city for which thou hast spoken. Haste thee, escape thither, for I cannot do anything till thou be come hither. Therefore the name of the city was called Zoar. The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zoar. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. And he overthrew those cities, and all the plain, and all the inhabitants of the cities, and that which grew upon the ground. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. And Abraham gat up early in the morning to the place where he stood before the Lord. Okay, so this is something I was thinking about today, because I knew I was really close to this story. And I was thinking about Lot's wife, and how, like, this is another one of those, like, really fucked up things in the Bible. It's like, oh, well, Abraham and his family had to escape Sodom and Gomorrah because God was going to destroy it because of their sin. And, the angels or whatever told them, don't look back. And Lot's wife, I guess, turned around to look back. I mean, I guess it could have been more involved than that, and they're just using it as sort of like a metaphor, like whatever. But how it was always phrased to me, like when I was younger, was like she literally just like turned around to look at her home, I guess, that they were leaving, which to me seems like a crazy thing to like poof someone out of existence for, like turn them into like a pillar of salt. Like, what the fuck? Like, they're having to leave their home that they love and they care about and their friends and, the place they have their life. Like, why would you punish someone for looking back at that? Like, it just seems like such an asshole thing to do. And I guess like you can use it as like a parable and like, life advice, like always look forward, don't look back. But at the same time, like, your past created you. I don't know, it just seems kind of screwed up to me. And then they just go past it like nothing. Abraham doesn't mourn her, anything. Like, she's just gone. She doesn't even get like a name in the Bible. Just Miss Salt. It's sad, I don't know. And that's not the only thing that's sad. I mean, obviously you think like God destroyed 2 entire cities because of sin, which apparently, like, I know, okay, so I know that this is one of those verses where they're like, oh, well, this is talking about gay people. That's why they destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, is because they wanted to have sex with these angels. Which, yes, they did want to have sex with the angels, but like, they weren't going to take no for an answer. And I think that's more so the sin, is like literally like trying to force themselves onto someone, like man or woman. And then not Abraham, but then Lot like offered up his daughters. Like, that's fucked up. Like, like God should have turned him into a pillar of salt for that. That was some fucked up shit. Like, here, don't rape these angels that I've never seen, but go ahead and take my daughters. Like, that's fucked up. That's fucked up, y'all. I just don't get it. Obviously, everyone has their own interpretations of stuff, and this is just like what I'm thinking about and things I have thought about. The whole thing just seems messed up. Especially like, okay, say we take the Christians' word for it and they destroyed the city because they were gay. I mean, that's a stupid reason to kill a whole city of people. Then Christian people, especially after like Charlie Kirk's death, they want to be like, oh, well, just because we disagree with being gay, girl. No, it's not that you disagree with it. It's that you think I deserve to be stoned to death or put in Sodom and Gomorrah and die by like a rain of fire and brimstone. Like, you, that's not a nice thing to think. And it's like, oh, well, it doesn't, it's not supposed to be nice, whatever. It's just go on somewhere. Just go on. We'll probably talk about this a lot more in this series because I really want to get through the whole Bible, but good Lord, it's taken forever and we're still in Genesis. Oh, we're still in Genesis. Oh my God. Let's continue on. Verse 28, and he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah and toward all the land of the plain and beheld, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. So Abraham's looking at the city and he doesn't get turned into a pillar of salt. Sorry, Lot. Oh my God. I keep saying Abraham instead of Lot, but it's Lot. So Lot looks back to the city too and he doesn't get turned into a pillar of salt there. I don't get it. It's crazy. Why didn't he get turned into salt? Whatever. And it came to pass when God destroyed the cities of the plain that God remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow when he overthrew the cities in which Lot dwelt. And Lot went up out of Zoar and dwelt in the mountain, and his 2 daughters with him, for he feared to dwell in Zoar, and he dwelt in a cave, he and his 2 daughters. And the firstborn said unto the younger, our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us after the manner of all the earth. Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. And they made their father drink wine that night. And the firstborn went in and lay with her father, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. And it came to pass on the morrow that the firstborn said unto the younger, behold, I lay yesternight with my father. Let us make him drink wine this night also, and go thou in and lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. And they made their father drink wine that night also. And the younger arose and lay with him, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. Thus were both of the daughters of Lot with child by their father. And the firstborn bare a son, and called his name Moab. The same is the father of the Moabites unto this day. And the younger, she also bare a son, and called his name Ben-Ammi. The same is the father of the children of Ammon unto this day. Obviously, this is another crazy part of the Bible. It's everything about it is crazy. So Lot's daughters get him drunk. Like they have to live in a cave because God is overthrowing the cities that he moved to. I don't understand. Like, why did you get him to move if you're just gonna like destroy those cities too? Whatever. But his daughters get him drunk and then have sex with him. What the fuck? Like that's it. That's in the Bible. And when I was in school and church or whatever, they would say stuff like, well, it was wrong and we know it was wrong and it was perverted and da 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 da. But the Bible is not condemning that. Like, it's just saying that they did it. Like, it is not saying like, oh, this is bad, you shouldn't do that. It's, yeah, they did it, whatever. You can't listen to pop music, but you can have sex with your family, like your parents, and have children. And not even that, like whatever, incest. But like taking advantage of your own father, like this is some fucked up shit. And like Christians just look past it. Like it's nothing, like, oh yeah, don't talk about that. It's part of the Bible, but it's, oh, it's under the old law, or that's, it was wrong and that doesn't condone that. It's not going against it. It didn't say anything. It just said it happened. And like it's crazy. It's crazy. Oh my gosh. All right, chapter 20. And Abraham journeyed from thence toward the south country, and dwelled between Kadesh and Shur, and sojourned into Gerar. And Abraham said of Sarah his wife, she is my sister. And Abimelech king of Gerar sent and took Sarah. But God came to Abimelech in a dream by night, and said to him, behold, thou art but a dead man, for the woman which thou hast taken, she is a man's wife. I don't know why I made God sound like that. Ugh. But Abimelech had not come near her, and he said, Lord, wilt thou slay also a righteous nation? Said he not unto me, she is my sister? And she, even she herself, said, he is my brother. And in the integrity of my heart and innocency of my hands have I done this. And God said unto him in a dream, yea, I know that thou didst this in the integrity of thy heart, for I also withheld thee from sinning against me. Therefore suffered I thee not to touch her. Now therefore restore the man his wife, for he is a prophet, and he shall pray for thee, and thou shalt live. And if thou restore her not, know thou that thou shalt surely die, thou and all that are thine. That's crazy. There's too many. It just says thou like 30 times in one sentence. Verse 8. Therefore Abimelech rose early in the morning and called all his servants and told all these things in their ears, and the men were sore afraid. Then Abimelech called Abraham and said unto him, What hast thou done unto us, and what have I offended thee, that thou hast brought on me and on my kingdom a great sin? Thou hast done deeds unto me that ought not to be done. Thou hast done deeds unto me that ought not to be done. It just sounds funny. And Abimelech said unto Abraham, What sawest thou that thou hast done this thing? And Abraham said, Because I thought, Surely the fear of God is not in this place, and they will slay me for my wife's sake. And yet indeed she is my sister, she is the daughter of my father, but not the daughter of my mother, and she became my wife. And it came to pass, when God caused me to wander from my father's house, that I said unto her, This is thy kindness which thou shalt show unto me at every place whither we shall come. Say of me, He is my brother. And Abimelech took sheep and oxen and men servants and women servants, and gave them unto Abraham, and restored him Sarah his wife. And Abimelech said, Behold, my land is before thee, dwell where it pleaseth thee. And unto Sarah he said, Behold, I have given thy brother 1,000 pieces of silver. Behold, he is to thee a covering of the eyes unto all that are with thee, and with all other. Thus she was reproved. So Abraham prayed unto God, and God healed Abimelech and his wife and his maidservants, and they bare children. For the Lord had fast closed all the wombs of the house of Abimelech because of Sarah, Abraham's wife. Okay, so that's another crazy one. So this just happened a few chapters ago when they were going through Egypt, and Abraham's like, pretend you're my sister so they don't kill me. Because if if they know you're my wife, then they're gonna kill me to marry you. And they literally just do the same thing again that they got in trouble for. Like, God was mad at them for doing it, and they just do it again. And, like, God's obviously mad. I don't know why he's mad at Abimelech. Like, he didn't know any better. Like, being mad at Abraham. Like, this just seems like God is channeling his anger into the wrong, like, people and things. Like, he needs some anger management, is what it sounds like to me. Like, that's just what it sounds like. So we're going to read chapter 21, and then we're going to call it, because 22 is when Isaac comes in the picture. So let's get on it. Oh, Lord. Chapter 21. And the Lord visited Sarah as he said, and the Lord did unto Sarah as he had spoken. For Sarah conceived and bare Abraham a son in his old age, at the set time of which God had spoken to him. And Abraham called the name of his son that was born unto him, whom Sarah bare to him, Isaac. And Abraham circumcised his son, Isaac being 8 days old, as God had commanded him. And Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born unto him. And Sarah said, God hath made me to laugh, so that all that hear will laugh with me. And she said, Who would have said unto Abraham that Sarah should have given children suck? And it's crazy. That's a crazy sentence. For I have borne him a son in his old age. And the child grew and was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast the same day that Isaac was weaned. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar the Egyptian, which she had borne unto Abraham, mocking. Wherefore she said unto Abraham, Cast out this bondwoman and her son, for the son of this bondwoman shall not be heir with my son, even with Isaac. And the thing was very grievous in Abraham's sight because of his son. And God said unto Abraham, Let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad, and because of thy bondwoman, and all that Sarah hath said unto thee, hearken unto her voice, for in Isaac shall thy seed be called. And also the son of the bondwoman will I make a nation, because he is thy seed. Okay, so more craziness. This basically explains, like, the name Isaac means laughter, and I guess that's why I never put two and two together. That's why the name Isaac means laughter, is because she was made to laugh. That no, she really did have a baby at like 100 years old or whatever. It said that Hagar was mocking. I mean, I guess she was just being obnoxious or like making fun of whoever, whatever. And so Abraham doesn't want to get rid of her and Ishmael because like he's his son. And Sarah's like, I don't care if that's your son, like I want them out of here. And then God is like, yeah, listen to her. You should just get them out of there. Like that. What happened to family values? Disown your children because something that's not even your fault? Like what? Like in what universe is that a regular family value? Just like Lot having his daughter sleep with him. And of course, again, they'll say, oh, it's the old law, it's the Old Testament. We don't go by that anymore. Then why even read it? Why even try to use like Sodom and Gomorrah as a thing? And people bring it up all the time, like you don't wear mixed fabric, like you wear, you wear mixed fabric, you eat shrimp, like you break all these old law things. And isn't the Ten Commandments in the Old Testament too? So like, what are we doing? And then because God promised that whoever his son was would like birth nations, and Ishmael is his son. So God's like, well, I guess I have to do it because I said I would. And I mean, I guess he held up his end of the bargain on that one because he's being real obnoxious. Verse 14. And Abraham rose up early in the morning and took bread and a bottle of water and gave it unto Hagar, putting it on her shoulder and the child, and sent her away. And when she departed, she wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. And the water was spent in the bottle, and she cast the child under one of the shrubs, and she went and sat her down over against him a good way off, as it were a bowshot. For she said, let me not see the death of the child. And she sat over against him, and lifted up her voice and wept. And God heard the voice of the land. And the angel of God called to Hagar out of heaven, and said unto her, what aileth thee, Hagar? Fear not, for God hath heard the voice of the lad where he is. Arise, lift up the lad, and hold him in thine hand, for I will make him a great nation. And God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water, and she went and filled the bottle with water in the Gatorade bottle, and gave the lad drink. And God was with the lad, and he grew and dwelt in the wilderness, and became an archer. And he dwelt in the wilderness of Paran, and his mother took him a wife out of the land of Egypt. I thought it meant like she got a wife out of Egypt. I'm like, let's go lesbians in the Bible. I love that. But no. Verse 22, and it came to pass that the time that Abimelech and Phicol, the chief captain of his host, spake unto Abraham, saying, God is with thee in all that thou doest. Now therefore swear unto me here by God that thou wilt not deal falsely with me, nor with my son, nor with my son's son, but according to the kindness that I have done unto thee, thou shalt do unto me, and to the land wherein thou hast sojourned. Wherefore he called that place Beersheba, because there they swear both of them. Thus they made a covenant at Beersheba. Then Abimelech rose up, and Phicol, the chief captain of his host, and they returned into the land of the Philistines. And Abraham planted a grove in Beersheba, and called thereon the name of the Lord, the everlasting God. And Abraham sojourned in the Philistines' land many days. All right, so I don't really quite understand this last one. Like it says that Hagar and Ishmael are in the desert and they're about to die, but God sends them like water or like shows her that there's a well. And I don't know if that's the well that Abraham builds a little bit later or if that's just it happened to both happen in Beersheba. I don't know. That's kind of crazy. So yeah, there was a lot going on in this. Sodom and Gomorrah, poor Hagar, this just shows like how badly women are treated in the Bible. Like, I mean, honestly, like poor Hagar, Sarah, she was a heifer. Like she was just hateful, um, and like bitter, and it's so funny. But like most of the people in the Bible have just been assholes so far. Like, I know it said Hagar was mocking, but so far she sounds like the nicest one out of this whole bunch. Like, nobody sounds particularly like good. So I don't know how these are like biblical heroes. And honestly, reading it now, it makes a lot more sense why people idolize Donald Trump, because he's a terrible person too, just like most of these people in the Bible. Anyways, this was a fun episode. I really wanted to do Sodom and Gomorrah. It's so funny how some of these things go past like that. Like it's just like a few lines and then it's done. And it's like such a big story. So it feels like it has some more to it, but it doesn't. We just kind of have to like infer different stuff from it. But yeah, let me know what you think about this episode. I love doing this podcast. I guess we're about halfway through Genesis. I think there's like 50 chapters or something. Let me look. Oh yeah, there's 50 chapters exactly. So we're about halfway, which is exciting. I mean, I'm really glad to do this. It's a lot of fun in like my deconstruction journey to like be reading the Bible again. It is kind of boring, but that's fine. It's just written, like a Shakespeare play, so it's like, oh, sorry, Shakespeare, you're over. But yeah, that was this episode. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about these chapters of the Bible. Let me know what Bible stories you're excited for me to cover in the future, and make sure to subscribe for more human-generated art. Like, I just love doing this, and I love having people listen, so thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm your host, Paper Izzy, signing off. Stay edible. I guess Lot's wife became edible because she became salt. I still feel so bad for her.